Welcome Leapers, it's Millie here. Welcome to our new Itinerary of the Week series, starting with Kenya. I know, it's all about Africa today. We're just going to try and reprogram everyone's thought that it's not all about Central and South America. You can go to other continents. So, Africa. Now, you might have gone on a family holiday there in the past on some luxury safari. We're not even talking about that, okay? We're talking about the dust, the mountains, and the wildlife, and the amazing sea, and doing it backpacker style. So, if you are after a more gritty experience for your gap year, then seriously listen up. Kenya will deliver. So, how are you going to go about it? Well, you're going to fly into Nairobi. Yep, that's the big capital. And let me tell you, Nairobi Airport, it's had a makeover. It's very glitzy. So, depending on your time of day, spend the night there or get a cab and go to stay in an Airbnb in the areas outside Kenya, in the suburbs, called Karen or Langata. That is where you want to base yourself. That's super easy to get about with Airbnb and Uber. Who knew? But yes, Uber is there. Few things to see from the Maasai markets, going to the Karen Blixen Museum. Nairobi National Park is a great thing to do late evening, and it's fabulous. You've got the kind of Nairobi skyline in the distance, so it's a real juxtaposition of kind of wildlife, concrete life, but it works. The Giraffe Centre, everyone loves it. And if you're lucky, going to the Sheldrick Elephant Orphanage, which we can give you the details for that. That is such an amazing thing to do. They are an awesome foundation and for rehabilitating, looking after orphaned elephants and rhinos, babies, tiny little babies, and they grow up with them and then they rehabilitate them into their larger orphanage in Tsavo. So it's a wonderful, wonderful story. Now, a few days in Nairobi, then you want to be heading off. One of the great things to do is to experience the Great Rift Valley, and no better way is to literally catch a bus and go to Naivasha, which is the beginning of the Great Lakes. You've got Naivasha, Nakuru, and then Baringo. You really want to see all three of them because they offer something completely different. Baringo and Nakuru, brace yourselves for the flamingo spectacle. Awesome. Very easy to camp and stay in hostels at those three places, but it's really worth doing. Then you can work your way round the big mountain of Mount Kenya to go up north, and maybe you might want to climb Mount Kenya itself. It's a 3 or 4 day climb. You've got to do it properly with guides, you know, clearly guiding you, carrying everything up with the porters. So it's something that, you know, it's a big ticket item, yeah, but it is one of those amazing things to do. Safari, right, how are you gonna kind of script the safari? Because, yep, it is so expensive. So the best places to go on safari in Kenya are the Maasai Mara, going up north, but that's harder to do as a backpacker. So the Maasai Mara, Amboseli and Tsavo National Parks, they have a lot of kind of more budget style accommodation and safari kind of itineraries. So that's where I would focus your time. Don't start thinking you're going to go up to Samburu and around there because those are wildly expensive. So Maasai Mara, Amboseli or Tsavo. And Amboseli is really wonderful. It's on the southern edge of Kenya with Tanzania. It's brilliant for elephants. So if you were a real elephant fiend and love them, that's where I would go. And you've got a fantastic view of Kilimanjaro. The Mara is world famous, you know, yes, you've all seen Lion King, for the big rolling plains and the acacia tree. So that is, you know, geographically, it is just so, environmentally, I mean, it's just so stunning and really, you know, when you dream of going on safari, that really delivers. Tsavo is a great national park. That's kind of heading towards the coast, but much more scrubby. So you don't have those rolling plains and vistas like you get in the Mara. Ending up at the coast. So you've done the mountains, you've done the lakes, you've done the safari, and now you end up at the coast. You want to head to somewhere like Malindi, go to Watamu, which is great fun, Kilifi, heaven, great fun vibes, great places to stay. And if you've got it in you, fly, you do not overland, you fly up to Lamu, which is one of my favourite places on earth. You've got great Swahili architecture and history, and you just got a really different vibe there. These little tiny streets, donkeys literally everywhere, cats, more cats than you can shake a cat at, but it's just a heavenly place. So that is Kenya on a whirlwind tour, which I highly recommend. Now you're going to think, okay, yep, that sounds great, how am I going to do it? Okay, so 2 options to do. One, you can join our LEAP program, which is based at the coast, and you do it in reverse. So a lot of people do our LEAP program. They really get kind of travel confident for after 5 weeks, where they're getting involved with marine conservation, farming, teaching. They go on safari from there into Tsavo National Park. So they really nailed it. And then lots of the gappers stay on. They go further up the coast. They go to Lamu. They catch the train to Nairobi, and then they get picked up by our fabulous contact, who will take you up to the kind of Mount Kenya area and can organise for you to go to the lakes, to go to the Mara, climb the mountain. It's all there. So that is super, super easy. Alternatively, if you don't want to do our LEAP program and you just want to freewheel it with a few friends, also not a problem. You would arrive, I would put you in contact with our friend who's based up about an hour and a half outside Nairobi. They can pick you up from the airport, get you all organised, organise your safari, sort you out with buses. In fact, they'll just sort you out in country, so it's well worth it. So, think about Kenya. It is the most special place. It combines really well with Tanzania, Malawi, Zimbabwe. You could go all the way down to Cape Town if you were really after the big British experience. So think about it. The Kenyans and Africa, they need gappers as much as Central South America. So I'm going to leave it in your hands. Give us a call if you need any help. Cheerio.